Pogues reached a new level of jaded, folks. Welcome to the MIRE.
Perfect timing, as always.
Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, live from the Cougar Den as we're getting set for boys basketball.
I mean, it's funny because it's true.
These days are long, man.
Yeah.
They just are. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you.
You get here at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're here till 9 o'clock at night. It's just a long day.
It's good times.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, boys. I watched a little bit of the first half, and then I threw it on in my car and listened to it on my Bluetooth.
Last night?
But yeah. And it's the first time I've actually, since we've gotten all the new toys and such, watched the performance and just looking all the decals on there, like right now. You don't notice it when you're here just talking.
Sure.
Right, the Curry countdown was pretty legit, man, pretty legit.
Yeah, we I mean, every once in a while things work out, Tim.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't say it was a good broadcast or anything like that. I just said it was it's actually kind of funny listening to it on my car radio and hearing your voice and Pogue's voice and be because you're not used to familiar voices on your
This is the truth.
On your car radio.
Well, familiarity is the name of the game tonight as Montgomery returns home after an impressive victory, as Tim alluded to, yesterday up in Frenchtown over Delaware Valley. Tonight it'll be Burlington Township High School coming in with a record of 12-5 to take on Montgomery, and this is, we're smack in the middle of the most important week of the season. We talked about it last night, which was, again, a huge victory for a PowerPoint situation. I believe Montgomery sits in 10th in the group right now.
Fighting for a home game.
Yeah, and a victory over Burlington Township puts us squarely in the mix for the 5-6 seed, which would certainly mean at least one home game, depending on how things shake out with everybody else in the section. So a lot on the line here tonight.
Yeah, especially against a team that is this caliber. I mean, they're a really good team. So it's going to be a test, man. It's going to see what they can do and maybe step up and get us some home MIRE action.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for.
We would love it. And now that as much as we busted stones on the JV broadcast with Jonas and Sapansky and all these guys, we are going to Florida in a couple weeks like we do every year. So to have folks that we feel comfortable with broadcasting would be fantastic. Burlington Township tonight poses a bit of a unique threat to Montgomery. Got a little taste last night, with a bigger player to challenge Gordy, who could do a little bit of everything. And tonight, two guys in particular, Amar Lane at 6'7" and Jordan Dotson at 6'5", will both pose a challenge to the Cougar rebounding and to Gordy specifically. And boxing out, I think, is really going to be a team effort.
I mean, yes. And you had to watch, the game before when Gordy had 2 fouls early and the other guys were stepping up and getting good rebounds, and that's what we need. We need a whole team effort here to make sure that we, control the ball.
You can see Matt Davino there in the warm-up lines for Montgomery, back available tonight. We'll see how much burn he gets. I really feel like that was missing a little bit yesterday, kind of some of the energy and athleticism that he brings. And today, I think, is kind of the embodiment of, what an end-of-the-season matchup should look like for you. You have a team that's really talented, that's probably more athletic than you top to bottom, and these are the kinds of matchups that you prepare for all year long, by virtue of the trials and tribulations and ups and downs.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would say this is a better team. You know what I mean? And what we're able to do against them is going to be a lot about how they're coached and how disciplined they are on the court. If you ask me, I think we have some of the best coaching staff in the conference, league, state, whatever. And our athletes always seem to step up in games like this.
Last night, JT Szymborski stepped up in the first half in particular and just had a fantastic offensive game. But, again, not usually typical that we get this far into a pregame without talking about the man, and that is Ryan Curry. You saw the Curry Watch last night, and we'll continue that up until he gets to 1,000. But you see the all-time scoring list there for Montgomery as Curry pursues 1,000. Only 5 other players with 1,000 points in Montgomery history. Justin Kovacevic, the last to do it back in 2014, and he sits 3rd all time. But before that, you're going back 03, 02, before certainly I was at Montgomery. I started fall of 07 here, so Justin's been the only 1,000-point scorer since then. So you'd have to think that Curry's going to, hit the 1,000-point mark and, most likely surpass Justin Freed. And whether he can get to Derek Grant, I think it would be it would have to be a remarkable end to the season, maybe to get to Derek Grant, who of course went on to play in bigger and better places after he left here. So fantastic company coming up for Ryan Curry, it seems, and he's just been. And last night was utterly fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, he's just electric to watch, man. He's so exciting. And now, just to add a little bit more to it, he's fun to watch regardless of what he's going for, but just try to get that extra, 27 points, 29 points, whatever it is he needs right now. I mean, that makes it just an added bonus to the game.
Pogue, last night, I thought he was just freaking unstoppable in the second half. Yeah. And, those 2 defensive plays that he made, stealing an inbound for a layup, knocking the ball away so Levy could score, and then that display of dribbling at the end.
The dribble, if you didn't know him, you would think that he was just being a jerk, just like, look what I can do. But no, he knew the situation, and he decided that I'm the best ball handler. I'm going to dribble for as many seconds as they're going to let me, and I'm going to do whatever needs to be done to hold on to it so that when they foul me, I'm shooting the shots. And but man, he did everything. He distributed, he scored, he made good decisions in tough moments, played great D. And
I think it probably speaks to something that we've noted here on the MIRE a couple of times about Ryan throughout the course of the season, and it's almost like when you challenge him, that's when he shines the most. There are guys that wilt in the face of challenge, and Curry is just the exact opposite. And it wasn't even like he got quote-unquote challenged by somebody on the other team. Grundy was the one angry at him at the end of the game last night, demanding that he go get the ball, and it was almost as if he took it to say, oh, okay. Is that what you want me to do? Okay, yeah, I got it.
I'll take it, and no one else will touch it then. Fine.
And it's like, well, yeah, man.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. No, you proved me wrong. Keep proving me wrong.
That was pretty much what we were looking for you to do. But something you said right before that I think is really, really something that makes him special. When you're the best player, everybody knows that he came into this season as our guy. And how many guys that would be considered the best player on their team and supposed to carry the torch, so to speak, would look to score 30 every game? And he has absolutely not done that. It has not been, I'm going to get mine no matter what. If the game called for him to be a facilitator, he's been a facilitator. If the game calls for him to score, it's almost like he has that sixth sense where he says, we need a bucket, and I'm going to go get one right now.
Yeah. Sometimes he started games off where I'm like, what are you doing, man? Just score already. Yeah. You know what I mean? All right, you had that lane and you did a sweet pass, and but come on. You had that.
Well, it'll be everything that Curry can do tonight, and maybe a little bit more than even we're expecting to come out with a victory in this one. We're going to step away for the national anthem, and then a very anticipated matchup at home against Burlington Township coming up in just a minute. Stay with us. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Montgomery, Keith Glock, Matt Polk, Tim Bartholomew, Lucas Sapansky, Nicole DeMay. We got people all over. Nathan Peoples-Jones over on the sideline with our camera this evening. Excited about that. Let's bring you some starting lineups. First, for the 12-5 Eagles, I believe, of Burlington Township. Am I correct in that? Anybody?
Oh.
I'm going to go Eagles.
Yeah, it was some kind of bird, right?
Stefanski, get on that. So ask the Google. And I got to unmute you there, buddy. Sorry.
If I'm correct, I think Matt Levy before said it was the Falcons.
Falcons. You are correct on that.
That looks like a falcon on their shirt.
You are correct, and I should be able to remember that one. Jordan Poole, the team's best player, and pretty much where you need to know where he is all the time tonight. 24 three-pointers on the season so far for Mr. Poole. Maurice Crump, Anthony Johnson, Jordan Dotson, and Amar Lane will round out the starting five for Burlington Township. And now let's bring you the starters as you hear them behind us for the Montgomery Cougars.
Josh Moore, sophomore, point guard. JT Szymborski, junior, guard.
Aryan Gordy, senior, forward.
Matt Levy, junior, guard.
Ryan Curry, senior, guard.
So there you have it. Starters. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Your perfectionism.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's true.
All right, here we go.
This will be a game where the Montgomery defense is going to be tested, both in terms of its ability and its discipline. Burlington Township is going to be able to get to the rim. It's just going to be a question of, will this matchup zone that they call Spartan be able to kind of handle that speed and rotate the way that they needed to? Pogue, last night, I don't think that they did nearly well enough when Gordy would step out to help on the lane of dropping down from the backside. They noted it between games.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You're hanging out people to dry, and we need to fix that. But also, just you're making everyone work harder and getting into foul trouble.
Curry, as you see, just 29 points away from 1,000, and he will get a little closer there with a long two.
Bring it down. Let's go.
So a nice start for the senior captain.
They got some big guys on that court, man.
No doubt they do. This is Maurice Crump.
Just taking their time of deliberate offense.
Crump leaves inside. A great help by Gordy. It finds its way inside, and a layup is good from Amar Lane.
Good defense by Gordy. Lane was in the right place at the right time, was able to get that easy basket.
It'll end up with Szymborski, and his three in and out.
He's had a couple good games in a row, man. I'm hoping this trend continues because the last two have been pretty stellar.
This is, as they say, good on good right here with Curry guarding Poole, and Poole looked to the bench for a second. Gordy with another block, but they're going to say Szymborski never reestablished after coming in from out of bounds. Don't hate that call.
I think it's weak. I think that was like a makeup call. I think he thought he maybe missed the foul.
Poole. And they work to the inside, and again, it's Lane that time. So 2 buckets for Amar Lane.
It's going to be a fight, a battle underneath all night tonight.
Levy. As Curry looks maybe for the screen from Gordy, rejects it, and he'll pull up from the baseline. Hits.
Yeah. Might be his night tonight. He might have to get them all.
Better not be his night tonight. I didn't create a fun 1,000-point graphic. Might have to whip one up at halftime if we get close enough.
I feel like you ensured that it will be by not making
I
the
know.
graphic. By not making the graphic.
That's fair enough.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he's off to a good start. 2 buckets already, and Moore has his pocket picked. And they're going to get lucky as Poole throws it out of bounds. Or check that, that was Crump who threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, the Falcons really like to push the ball inside, man. They're like really trying to get underneath the hoop. And that's not something I feel like we saw a lot of this year so far.
Great slip inside to Gordy and a block. That felt like it might have been goaltending.
Yeah.
Instead, they'll go all the way around the outside to Crump. That's no good. And Montgomery will race the other direction. It's Curry who's wide open. He's going to try to hit again from 3. He's got it.
Get them all, baby. Let's go.
3 for 3 from the floor for Curry. He's got all 7 for Montgomery, and the Cougs lead it early.
Got the Ryan Curry chant going in the stands.
Deservedly so for the Cougar captain. This is Crump. Nearly a travel from Anthony Johnson. Szymborski is going to pick up a foul on the inside.
Yeah, wasn't able to get set.
Yep. Good job by Anthony Johnson, I thought, to.
Yeah. Not something we see from Szymborski very often.
No.
Usually when he's on the floor, it's offensive.
And he got the short end of the stick last night, I think, in terms of, the calls that were made.
Szymborski did a great job, and he was not rewarded.
First one is no good from Johnson. 6'1", 193-pound guard. So 1 for 2 for Johnson. And we're going to get our first real look at pressure here.
Give it to your guy.
It's knocked all the way up in the air, and Gordy doesn't win that jumping contest. Floater in the lane is no good. And Curry's going to race the other direction and turn back around. A little give and go. He's going to try again. No good. But Levy. It'll be Szymborski this time again from 3. No good. Gordy tries to get there for the rebound, but can't.
It's got to be strong.
Crump into the lane, and an offensive foul. Szymborski was there that time.
Nice. Doing what he does best.
It really just does go to show you how unwilling most kids are to take that charge, because Crump went in there with no fear, and there really was no reason. I mean, he was to the spot he was going to be. You could just stop there and and take a jumper. Levy couldn't handle it, and it'll be out of bounds.
Flying this game, already under the 4-minute mark in the first quarter.
Back and forth we go as Davino's up off the bench.
So is Donahue.
So the superstar sophomores getting set to check into the game. Lane had it knocked out of his hands, and it ends up in a long jumper, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Township.
Really fighting, man. I like it. I like that.
Szymborski and Levy go to the bench.
I think that had a little to do with like the pressure that they've been putting on.
Yeah, I think you got a little more athletic here with this, as Donahue will fire away. No good. I think at this point the coaching staff will take that from him as Crump knocks down a 3. And Township grabs the lead back. That seems to be kind of Donahue's spot.
Oh, good pass.
That's something that the guys like Donahue and Davino bring to you.
Yeah.
The athleticism and the jumping ability.
Good
More
inside.
just can't finish. Good behind the back dribble, no good. Gordy's got the rebound.
Impressive handles by everybody tonight.
Curry throws up ahead, and it's going to be a foul for Donahue.
I mean, he jacked up that board. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I have different expectations of what goaltending is and what it's not. You know.
Well,
I feel like that would have probably fell had he not jacked the board so hard.
Donahue's got the first one. I wonder, as the season goes on, will Donahue become a full-time varsity guy or not?
I mean, we're getting to the end of it, so I wonder how many JV games are even left.
I don't know. I mean, you know, we always talk about how there's no substitute for experience as Moore defends nicely. Lane has his shot altered by Gordy, and you could see what a concerted effort that Curry's making to hang around the boards tonight. What a pass inside, and Moore, oh, he just can't finish.
Great passes, great passes.
How did he get that through? Gordy's the one who gets a fingertip on that one. And again, Curry throws it between two guys, and Moore this time capitalizes.
Love it. Keep feeding him, man. It's like the whole football, you know, throw the guy drops the ball, you still pass it to him again the next time.
How are they going to call a foul on Davino? He was boxing out.
Yeah, I don't see that. But
well, that's tough.
They did, in fact, call a foul on him.
Just the second team foul. Substitutions for Township as Johnson and Amar Lane both go to the bench. Here's Crump. He'll pull up from the elbow and knock it down.
It's got a smooth release.
You hear Grundy yelling for Donahue to be more active in that press break. And I suspect that he's going to be a vital cog to making that happen today.
Absolutely. Well, that's what these young guys bring to the table, really. You know what I mean? They give them some alternatives.
They're going to go to Gordy on the post. Township shows a quick double. Gordy throws up a floater, maybe ill-advised, and they're going to try a run out the other direction. Gordy back the other direction, and no foul call, luckily for the Cougs.
Yeah.
Curry hopping in and out of trouble. Sees it go off his leg, but he regathers it, and he's going to get fouled.
Take it.
It'll be Leland Williams on the foul as Levy will check back in. So the third team foul on Township. Cougs with another crack at offense here as Davino handles and now mishandled. Curry knocks the ball away and heads the other way with a floater, no good. It ends up with Gordy, who's fouled.
Yeah, there he goes. Stick around that basket, baby.
I think Montgomery really caught a break the other direction, as I thought Jordan Poole really got hit on that last layup by Curry. I think Curry was kind of resigned to, I'm going to make you earn these at the line, and then Poole just didn't get the call.
Well, it's good to be lucky. Get in there.
No good on the first one from Gordy. He was smooth from the line last night, finding his way so far tonight.
And all these points are going to be huge on the line all night.
That foul was the second on Leland Williams. So Gordy knocks it down, and we've pulled even with 15 seconds to go. That was a dangerous pass as Levy nearly stole it. This is Johnson with 8 seconds to go on the clock. He looks for a ball screen and gets it. They'll throw cross court, a good ball fake. And a three, that's no good. Oh, just a lucky bounce as it finds its way into Township's hands for an and one layup with 0.1 on the clock for Jordan Dotson.
That was unfortunate. They're doing a great job crashing the boards, though. They're underneath the basket, and they're big guys, so it's hard.
And that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of play. As we expected, a good one here in Skillman, and Burlington Township leads it 14-12. Second quarter coming up right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the Mire. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Lucas Sapansky, Nathan Peoples live from the Den.
Got everybody here tonight. Just
Love
saw
it.
this desk when the JV game, man. There wasn't even standing room.
Seriously. Good job defensively in the first quarter. And that's a fantastic take, but it just wouldn't go as Curry pulls down the rebound and immediately gets double teamed. Donahue comes for help, and they're able to break it. Levy has it taken away.
Almost gets it back.
A good ball fake.
Long two-pointer.
Well done from the team's best player, Jordan Poole. Just goes to show you that, the swings can come like that when you miss layups. It's just great
nice look.
You're going to throw a double team at him, and he's going to find the open guy, and it was Donahue.
He will, 100%.
Curry's court vision was on display in that first quarter, and clearly still rolling here. Maurice Crump will cross over on Donahue and miss a floater. Levy looking for a little bit of help, and Grundy says, you know what, I'll give it to you. Timeout.
I think like with a team like this, it kind of remind me of a little bit of like a Rutgers Prep or maybe a Trenton, whereas the longer that you stay in it and you can start to get them maybe like turning on themselves a little bit,
yeah,
I mean, getting frustrated, then you have yourself more and more of a chance. So they just got to keep scoring, obviously, but just keeping it close and keeping them frustrated.
Curry with 7 points tonight in his pursuit of 1,000. First 7 points of the game, in fact, for Montgomery. So a hot start for that young man in all facets. How great is it when your superstar, the way that Curry is like just such a gamer? Like it's more valuable than anything you can really quantify. I'm sorry, it just is.
Yeah. He's an intangible that you can't.
Yeah. If you shrink in big moments, I'm sorry, it just makes it real hard to win. Levy says, you know what? You want to stick out on everybody else? Yeah. I'll go right to the hole.
Talk about me, man. Right? Talk about me.
And he had his moment last week.
I mean,
coming up huge.
He's had some really good games this year, man.
Double tip, and that one is out of bounds off Northern Burlington. Burlington Township, listen to me. I got Sapansky disease over here.
Okay. Calm down. I only said it wrong 6 times in JV, so.
I haven't called them Birmingham yet, so that'll be good.
I called them a mixture of a lot of things, so it's not my fault.
I mean, he did provide us with the Falcons.
I did, yeah. I was actually helpful. I know, surprising.
Not surprising. You do a good job.
No, I think it's surprising.
Okay. I'll let you have that. Jordan Dotson kind of gave a little
He's going to travel here.
smack on the butt to Curry up top, and they're going to call out of bounds on Donahue.
Crazy.
Szymborski saying, watch what's happening to me on the post here. Watch that hand fight between he and Jordan Dotson inside. Dotson lost the handle, but finds its way to Poole.
Whew.
Traveling.
There you go. I mean, doing a really good job recovering. I mean, because they're a very quick team, so they have that quick step to the middle. But, you know, Gordy has been so far making it tough to take that easy layup, so they've been doing those passes and getting turnovers like that.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're one possession away as Gordy goes to the hole, and a very late foul call.
Yeah.
And Lane's got to be careful. So Gordy's going to go to the free throw line. That is like, you want to talk about the number one difference between officiating basketball and officiating lacrosse? Like, that happened, if you put a timer on, like, when the play happened and when the whistle blew, I'll bet you it's less than a second.
Oh, yeah.
But it felt like an eternity because whistles in basketball happen so instantaneously.
Yeah.
In lacrosse, that kid, like, the time that it would take for me to sometimes process something, look at it, and decide whether I want to throw a flag, the kid would have been, like, over midcourt before I throw a flag.
Like, no, come back here.
And Gordy, no good, but they're going to call a lane violation.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in there almost before the shot even left his hand.
And the thought I was trying to get to before Gordy got fouled was we were like a possession away from Dotson's going to pick up an offensive foul on the other end. Szymborski's out of the game now. JT was doing just enough to annoy the crap out of him.
Yep.
And you could see him getting frustrated and slapping Szymborski's hand away. And, you know, in the first half, the officials were going to make an example of that to say, we got to call this now so you don't keep doing this in the second half. So we'll see if anybody else can similarly annoy him. Poole again looked like he got hit, but he didn't get the call. Gordy delivers a nice pick.
You get it to your guy, Curry.
This is a bad matchup for Township. But the long arm, and I say that, and then Dotson ends up picking his pocket. Gordy's going to get called for a foul, first on him.
I mean, you never want to see him foul, but I like it. Send a message, you know what I mean? They're not going to be easy. Keep coming inside, but you're going to have to earn it.
Dotson will go to the free throw line. It's tough when you can, you know, send 6'5" and 6'7" to the bench and bring in 6'4", built like that off the bench. That helps.
That's a helpful thing to have.
Well, last night I said maybe we need to bring Marco Linus back from Hun to inbound. We might need him tonight to a little support on the interior defensively.
Yeah. I mean, he's even bigger and stronger than he was before, so that helps.
Levy's going to spin himself out of some trouble. And it ends up with Luke Smith. He feeds nicely inside for Gordy.
Go. Great look, great finish. That's really what we need to start doing is finishing those good looks.
One of the things that Smith has done very well all season is he's got a remarkable knack for just how much pace he needs to put on his passes.
Yep.
Good job by Gordy to stay on his feet after Lane tried to find the baseline. And there's a little floater that's up and good from Maurice Crump. Timeout coming for Township. 30-second timeout. So a good one here in Montgomery again. Just a 1-point game as we are almost near the midway point of this one.
Yeah, getting close. These games, it's like watching for me. When anytime I watch Washington, it's like it's a good game all the way to the end. You're like, your heart never goes down a little bit. There's never no room for relaxation.
You just presented a literary conundrum that you're going to have for the next couple of months, because you can't really say that you're like when you watch Commanders games, because you've never watched a Commanders game. But so I guess you got to still keep saying when you watch Washington games.
I'll probably continue to say Washington. I feel like I like that better.
You can keep calling them the footballs. That's fine by me.
The football team, man. For now on, everyone's going to still, when you say the football team, that's who they're going to think about, even though that's not their name anymore.
Gordy lost his footing. I don't know if he slipped or what the story was. Curry did a good job to just poke that one out.
Yeah.
I think on the defensive play as well, he kind of faked like he was going to take the charge and then ended up backing off, and that might have thrown the equilibrium off a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Burlington's doing a good job pressuring the ball, and it's not nice.
Dotson block. Lane spins, no good. Gordy will poke it out, and Crump will gather. Here's Jordan Poole. He's been relatively quiet so far this evening. A good entry pass. Gordy's going to get called again for a foul.
Yeah, that was a nice ball fake, and then got Gordy off balance up on his feet. And
I don't think you can take him out. I don't think he can. I think he's got to just play until he fouls out. First one's good from Dotson. So the lead is a bucket.
Josh Moore checks back in.
One of the things that I think you get from game to game is you just get a feel about, sometimes despite the score, which way the flow of the game is going. And I feel like Montgomery so far has kind of been holding on in the last 6 minutes or so, and
it's been a battle, man. They've got to fight for everything, and we had some breaks go our way, and
good rotation of the basketball and a good defensive play on a closeout. And now is a run out. It's a 4-on-1, and Luke Smith will make Crump earn him.
Make him earn it. That's all we can do at this point, right?
Yeah.
When it's a 3-on-1, you got that's your option. You either let them score or take it to the line.
Montgomery, though, I thought did much better in breaking the press the last time down, and I suspect that Smith, who's been very willing to put the ball on the floor and drive to the hoop, you may see that ball fake out of him the next time.
Setting things up for later. What we got going on here?
I don't know. Can't hear with my headphones on.
Yeah, some stuff. Good box out by Gordy.
Moore. The indecision here, as they just leave you wide open, and he gets absolutely
stuffed,
annihilated up through the.
I'm sorry.
So there we go. So Montgomery back on the defensive end.
Okay,
Another layup.
I'm stepping in for a second. while
Welcome back, Lucas.
Coach B's taking care of some business quick. You know, if I can complain for a second, one thing, this full court press is really throwing off my camera timing.
That's all right. Luke Smith misses a 3.
You know,
Both Curry and Smith that time thought the ball was clearly off Township.
if I must say, there has been a lot of chirping between these two sides and these two teams. There's been some fan chirping and some of our fans and some of their fans
And
going back and forth, which is just builds the atmosphere to a game.
yeah, I don't necessarily hate it by any stretch of the imagination. Six-point lead for Burlington Township. $1:13 to go in the first half. And again, you see Gordy is going to pick up his 3rd foul as Dotson is going to go to the line. I guess you got to go get him now, Matt.
Yeah. I mean, you can't risk it. We have an entire half, and he's been playing pretty well. He's been getting looks that, other people can't get. I think you save him.
Hope you can ride out the last 1:11. Dotson knocks down the first free throw, and you do see Davino now check into the game for Gordy. Dotson's been a pretty key contributor off the bench tonight. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, he's gotten to the line quite a bit. For somebody that didn't start the game, he's been at the line a lot.
Steve Donahue is going to step up and miss a 3, but Curry's there to track it down, and he'll throw it off the leg of Dotson. And again, a out of bounds off of Township. Under a minute to go in this one. Curry works to get open, and he'll get to the foul line and pull up, and just can't get that one to go. The Cougar shooting has gone absolutely cold here in the second quarter. Here's Poole, and he'll pull up from the foul line, and that's short into the hands of Donahue, and now the capable hands of Curry with 30 ticks to go.
Go a long way just to get a basket to finish this half.
Completely agree. That's a good look. Donahue. And now Curry with 8 seconds to go. Plenty of time for the Cougar captain as he'll work on Poole. Spinning, getting into the lane, using the window, no good, and that'll take us to the half. So it's a 7-point lead for the Falcons, and we'll be back in just a minute with some statistics and analysis right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Montgomery. Keith Glock, Matt Boagton, Bartholomew, Lucas Sapansky, and Nathan Peoples live from the Den. Getting ready to start quarter number 3. Let's give you some halftime statistics for Burlington Township. Team's best player, Jordan Poole, only got 4 points, but Jordan Dotson off the bench has 6, and Maurice Crump has 7 to lead the way for the Falcons. Curry scored the first 7 points of the game for Montgomery, and nada after that as he leads the Cougs in terms of points. Steve Donahue's got 4, Gordy's got 3, and Levy and Josh Moore have a bucket apiece, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, we had a lot more scoring opportunities than we have baskets for, but got to start finishing when we're underneath the basket. They're long, though. It's hard. You got to get those layups up quickly. Ooh.
Good job defensively from Township off of that inbounds play. They were ready for what Montgomery had set up. Levy, he'll take a Euro through the middle.
There you go.
Second time that Levy has used the left hand exclusively. Pulls Montgomery back within 5. Here's Crump, that's a crazy crossover. And no foul call. They'll push up ahead for Levy. And Matt's gonna go strong to the lane and have it swatted.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Crump here. Like, he's really had a great game. He's got a good handle, and he can cut to the hole pretty effortlessly.
We get another foul on Montgomery as Szymborski this time picks up the foul, and Dotson will go back to the free throw line. Mixed success for Dotson from the free throw line in the first half. And he knocks that one down. Second one is good, so 2 for 2 that time for Jordan Dotson.
Wrong direction.
Curry, though, with pace the other direction. It'll be Szymborski. Yeah, looked good off his hand.
He's got. I mean, if we want to win this game, he's got to get on fire. He's got to get on fire quick.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, got to hit open shots, right?
Yeah.
In the games where Montgomery struggled this year, that's just been something that hasn't gone well for them. Missed layup, though, from Johnson, goes right back into his hands.
Corey's been playing pretty well underneath, if you ask me. It's
Yeah.
just not, we're not getting the rebounds or the block shots off, you know. Nice cut.
Johnson, an offensive foul as Levy steps in the lane that time.
There you go.
First foul of the game on Anthony Johnson. Good job of adjusting by Montgomery, I think, to send Curry into that space. That's what we talked about yesterday, Pogue.
Yeah.
Rather than have him inbound it.
Find the space. He's got the handle in the middle of the court that you want.
What a great hesitation move.
Look at that guy.
Another 2 for Curry. Now just 20 away from 1,000. And again, Montgomery creeps back within 5. Nearly a miscommunication and turnover between Crump and Johnson, but they recover.
Got to really hit the gas on this defense, man. Oh, good defense. I like it.
Szymborski's on-ball defense has been markedly better the last 2 days. And let's see what we have. Burlington Township timeout. It's a full, so we'll take it with them. Montgomery trails it by 5. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back here to the den. Was just reading a piece of the scouting report. Jordan Dotson loves to rebound, must box him out, and will finish around the basket. I'd say that that's true.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, you don't say. Moore will get a screen from Curry to get it over the midcourt line, and Curry finds himself open, and he'll hit a baseline jumper just in the same way he started the first half. He'll start the second.
Give me more of that, man. Feed the ball to Curry.
Just how much confidence those kind of buckets from Curry bring to a team.
I know, and they're not easy, man. Those are tough ones.
You know, just as the team is struggling, and this is a shot that Montgomery will allow them to take all day long. Gordy on a run out, and he's going to get blocked from behind. It's the second dunk in as many days that Gordy has missed. Szymborski,
good steal.
Baiting pull into that one, and it'll be Levy. Rejected by the very capable Amar Lane, and they're going to say that's out of bounds off of Montgomery.
Yeah, and these guys are so quick, you can't take for granted that the ball's going to go out of bounds. So they just have to hustle to any ball that is blocked or a rebound. Burlington's quick.
Lane is so long inside. It just makes his help defense so difficult to penetrate. And he'll go to work on the offensive end here with Crump. He wants it on the post. See if Johnson can get it to him. He does, and see what happens here. Try to work on Gordy. A good block. That time they get goal. Oh, that's tough.
We get back to Gordy.
Yep.
That guy's just throwing his body into Gordy the whole time, and then Gordy barely touches his arm when he goes up, and he gets the foul.
Controversial foul call there, no doubt. The fourth on Gordy. Free throw is no good. I was trying to get a sense for what Grundy was trying to say to the official. The official calmly told him, look, you got him on the wrist. So Gordy's going to come to the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was not a foul, but I think before that foul was an offensive foul.
Second from Lane is good. So the pressure a little lighter that time from Township as Curry spins Johnson around and now finally gets it back. Dotson will pick up a foul. That was a similar play to what I said in the first half when Dotson kind of gave him a little tap on the rear. Same thing there.
Yeah, he does that, and I've seen Curry do it a lot of time. Let the offensive guy get around him, thinking that they're in the clear, and then just kind of slap it out.
We saw a lot of that last night, actually, at Del Val. Curry stepping back for three. No good. Great save by Szymborski, and he'll leave inside. Curry amongst the trees, kicks back outside. JT for three, and he's fouled. Good piece of sportsmanship from Anthony Johnson to scoop Szymborski up off the deck, but JT will go to the line to try to pull Montgomery potentially to within one.
Big foul shots right now.
So much time left in this game, too. First one good for JT. You know, 11 minutes by basketball standards might as well be 2 years.
Yeah.
In and out on the second one. Luke Smith will check back in for more. No good. So 1 for 3 for Szymborski in that spot.
Defense has got to play tight.
I mean, you can't be upset with how Montgomery's played defensively.
No,
That felt like
no.
a double dribble there. I think they might have missed that.
No, I mean, they have been playing really well. It's just, it's one of those nights where you need a little bit more than really well.
Curry hesitating, bounces inside for Levy. Oh, and a left hand, he just can't finish that one. He's been so effective tonight with the left hand. Curry defensively does well.
Nice little block.
Despite the fact that Levy didn't finish that. I mean, another great finish. Dotson pushing off in the middle. We get a jump ball, and that we do.
Okay, I like it.
Possession arrow to Burlington Township. Good screen on the outside and forces a, so-so three-point attempt from the Falcons. Smith. As the Montgomery offense felt a little stagnant there for a second. That's a great hedge and a steal.
Nice way to cut it into the lane.
Poole calmly knocks it down. He's been largely held in check tonight, but it's plays like that where you could really see that he's a slick player.
Yeah, he's just effortless. The shot didn't look like it was anything.
We get a foul in the middle. I think Curry got held going through the middle. Yep. Jimmy Chang said Jayton Caveros Bryce just holding on to Curry's jersey as he's going through the middle. Smith was looking to catch an attack, but instead it'll be Szymborski, a little too strong, but a great hustle play from Luke Smith. He's all over that. Divino is cut off nicely.
Good catch by Szymborski.
Kicks back out for Luke. A three!
Yes!
What did I say? He's good for a big three every third quarter.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Moving you right.
Luke Smith, a huge three. Poole answers. Look, what do we say at times when Curry does it for us? Sometimes you need a bucket to stem the tide, and the momentum maybe for a second came to Montgomery's side as Curry misses, has his own rebound, and he's going to get fouled.
All right.
And that one's going to go against Jordan Poole. It's his first.
Already 5 fouls. So.
Yeah, 15 foul. Can Montgomery get a bucket here before the end of the third? Nearly a steal.
I mean, and they're just so quick. They close those lanes so fast, man. You got to get nice, crisp passes if you want to be able to inbound it.
Curry retreats all the way into the backcourt to get it. Crossing over on Caveros. Smith has it knocked away momentarily, but regathers.
Number 6.
I think they may get. I didn't know if they were going to get Divino. No, they call Poole instead of Divino. I mean, certainly Divino hooked him. Officials saying that the foul by Poole came first.
Yeah. That's why they get paid the big bucks.
Indeed. And that's a good job by them to stay calm in that situation when everybody's angry at them. Curry with a hesitation. He goes high off the window, no good. And it ends up in the hands of Dotson, but it was Lane who just was slow getting up. I think Lane just took an unfortunate knee or elbow to the midsection. So 7.5 to go. Montgomery's got to tighten up defensively here as they trail by 6 here late in the third.
They're battling, man. They're keeping the game tight.
Poole. Floater, and he's got it at the buzzer.
Excellent shot.
Last 2 minutes belonged to Jordan Poole. And just like that, the lead is 8. An important final 8 minutes and some work to do for the Cougs. We head to the fourth quarter right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Fourth quarter coming up here from the Cougar Den. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Lucas Sapansky live in the mire. It's an 8-point lead for Burlington Township. Gordy's back in the game. We were just talking about it off the air that Gordy left the game and Montgomery was down 3. And obviously the lead has expanded for Burlington Township in his absence.
Well, he's back on the court, so let's see it. Hopefully it shrinks.
They blitz Curry, and it leaves Smith. No good, and you see Gordy paying some dividends there. Curry might have had a 3 if he hurried. So it'll be Davino, and he goes strong with the right hand.
I love it.
It's something that, you know, a player like Davino, as Smith, with a lot of contact in there and no call, as Donahue ends up with a steal. Curry quickly up ahead for Gordy.
What vision, man. And not even the vision, but the, like, pinpoint pass. That was perfect.
Back-to-back buckets for Montgomery. It's exactly what the Cougs needed. And Amar Lane is back in the game. You can see the comfortability of Montgomery inside with Lane on the bench.
Good up pump fake.
Johnson expected some more contact underneath, and he got. Curry, it's a pass into the middle, and Crump is going to cash in.
I mean, I even saw that one coming.
Yeah. Curry.
Triple teamed.
Yeah. Somehow spins out of it. Grundy's going to get a timeout first before the steal.
Woo. Close one.
And the official just saying, like, listen, sometimes it takes me a second to get the whistle in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know, give me a break on that one. I always like watching the explanations. 6-point lead for Burlington Township, as that was a good timeout for Grundy there, you know, because potentially you get another run out and points.
Especially after you saw the steal. It was a great
Well,
timeout,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no doubt. But, you know, I was starting to say about Davino with that fearless take. It's something you get with kids that play contact sports and a collision sport like football. Davino no stranger to that kind of contact that, you know, might come when you go to the hole that way. And I think that's just, it's different. Kids who play those sports are more willing to do it.
Yeah.
Donahue. Shields for Levy. And a
Get
three.
in there. Come on.
No good, but it's knocked out of bounds off of Township.
Yep. We just need some of those to fall, man.
I mean, you can
Levy.
get one to fall right here. You'd you know, as a steal off the inbound. It'll be Dotson, and Curry's going to get a foul.
That was close. It's only his first, though, so.
Just the third team foul on Montgomery as well. Not quite the offensive game that we thought this one might be, which I guess is a testament to both teams' versatility and being able to play defense this way.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of missed opportunities for both teams, so a lot of layups that didn't fall, short baskets that didn't go in, foul shots that didn't fall.
Talk about fortunate events. It'll be Donahue wide open to cut it in half. No, it's knocked all the way out. Curry there to retrieve it.
Come on, got numbers.
Donahue again, or Davino, I should say.
Young guys coming to play.
Something we didn't see yesterday, the athleticism of Matt Davino on display in the fourth quarter. He throws a little shoulder shimmy at Poole, and he and Davino getting a little bit of a hand fight. Gotta like the toughness from both teams. This is the kind of thing, you know, Montgomery doesn't play a lot of games like this. And personally, as a, you know, a sports fan, as a threat, it's a big three.
Huge.
And then they let him, the Cougar section, know about it, as the lead is back to 7. Curry spinning and floating off the window.
Oh, man, still doing him.
That finish is a reason why he's a Division I player, as Amar Lane's outstretched hands didn't bother him much. Oh, they leave Poole wide open, and he gets fouled, and Gordy's fouled out.
That's a bad foul.
Yep, undisciplined. So Szymborski will check back in for Gordy. So now a task that was uphill is that much more so now without your only size inside. 3 straight misses from the free throw line, though, for Township. Poole stops that run of misses. So he ends up 2 for 3. And if you're Township, why would you stop pressuring? No reason to.
It's been working.
Good job by Curry and Davino. Way to share the basketball by the Cougs. Szymborski, no good. It ends up with Levy, who just cashes in.
We'll take it. This defense has got to hound the ball, man. They got to cut in lanes. They've got to pressure.
Montgomery's really not been able to get it much within 5, as another fantastic finish at the rim from Crump.
Yeah, he's having a game, man.
He's a really slick ball handler. Donahue just wasn't paying attention.
This is.
Oh, what a leave into the middle, and a huge dunk from Amar Lane. So it's 9 now as Curry blows past. Right into the middle and lays it in.
Yeah, well,
Timeout Cougs.
that's what Curry does, man. You need a basket. Still, it's only a 7-point game.
Single-handedly keeping Montgomery in this one. And you see the ticker down to 14 points to go to 1,000 for Curry. Montgomery's got it, you know, this sounds like an oversimplification, but you got to break through that 5-point mark. Get yourself a stop, get yourself a bucket, and just kind of make it a little more uncomfortable than it's been for Township, because, you know, I think it's felt like that they have controlled the pace and momentum of everything of this game. And still, if Montgomery could somehow find a way to get it to within one possession, you'd have to look up at some point of your Township and go, they are still, how are they still in this?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch this on the MIRE and we didn't have the scoreboard up, and you're watching this game, you would say, you know, the Falcons are destroying us.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, come to see it, it's still close, man. Get a stop here and three-pointer, or even just one basket. But it's going to be a lot harder to do with Gordy on the bench.
Just past the midway point of the fourth quarter, and Montgomery still with some work to do. Down 7. Davino doing well.
That's a foul on Davino.
Matt's going to get called for a push-off. Crump maybe sold it a little bit with the head snapping back, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't think he needed to do that.
Yeah, it was obvious. Kind of, and that's what Crump has been doing really well. This game is just...
And we got it. We finally got one there. Szymborski did enough to annoy Dotson.
It's all right.
So here's where Montgomery needs a hoop.
All right.
Davino all the way across. Szymborski tries to cut into the lead, can't. And Dotson's the one who comes down with the rebound despite the best efforts of Davino.
Getting swarmed on. I like it.
Foul, though, on the far side by Davino. Fourth foul on Matt Davino.
I mean, everyone just got to play, man.
Yep. Crump as the double comes. They go all the way across the court for Johnson, who skies to keep it from going into the Falcons bench.
And they're just not settling for shots, just move the ball.
Szymborski a step slow. And a foul on the way up.
And the bonus anyway.
Steve Donahue, his first foul. So the team's now with 7 fouls apiece. And the first one is good. No good on the second. And Curry's going to try to do it all himself. No good. Szymborski, though, no good. And Curry will
get the rebound.
Pick it out of midair. Donahue steps to his right and fires. Yes.
I love it. Oh, they said it's a 2?
Just a 2 as his foot was on the line. Lead it back to 6. Can Montgomery get a stop?
Still love it. I just loved it a little less now.
Crump will throw up a floater. Got it. Szymborski tried again to draw the foul. Officials saw it as a no call. There's a drive and a kick. Levy, no good. Donahue has it knocked out of his hands, and Levy's going to get fouled by Crump and head to the line for 1-and-1.
Minute 50 left. Make these two, bring it within 6.
So let's see if Levy can cash in. Yep.
It's a big shot.
Official having a bit of a talking to with Davino as I don't know if you saw after the last free throw, Davino gave Dotson a little one-handed shove in the small of the back. Intense face of Matt Levy. As he hits both. And again, it's 6. This has been kind of the eggshell that Montgomery has not been able to crack.
Yeah.
Timeout from Township.
It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a long minute 38.
98 ticks to go in this one. It's a 6-point lead for Burlington Township, and that's kind of where it's been the entirety of the second half. It was a back-and-forth game for most of the first 16 minutes. Ryan Curry doing his level best. 15 points tonight for the Army-bound senior. But by and large, Burlington Township's done a good job to keep him in check. But I suspect, you're going to look up at the end of this one, and Curry will have his 15 or 17, and Jordan Poole, probably have about 15 or 16. And that's probably where those guys should be as the respective leaders of their team.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great job breaking the double. They're going to get a foul on Szymborski, who can't believe it.
That's got to be his 3rd or 4th. It's 3rd.
3rd foul on JT. Oh, no, they're going to change it to Donahue.
Oh. So I guess before Szymborski took the charge.
They're just being
generous.
I
think it wasn't Donahue's 3rd to 2, so
2nd for Donahue.
Oh, okay. There it is. Those are big foul shots.
So it's back to 8 as Curry runs and dishes. Donahue, no good. Davino in a hand fight. Oh, and Dotson is going to throw an elbow. And
call a jump.
There's no way that's just a jump. Do you call it tech? That's a pretty obvious. It's a pretty obvious foul. I think you could have easily called a tech on that. Montgomery defense getting under Dotson's skin for the better part of the last 3 quarters, clearly with how frustrated he's been. I mean, for us to note it in the first half, as you saw, him hand fighting with Szymborski inside, that doesn't surprise me. And
Sure.
Davino got away with one, a little shove in the back.
Yeah.
Great look by Szymborski, and a foul, and one for Davino.
Wow, big play.
I think fair to say, Pogue, since now you've seen Rounders, I can go back to it. Hanging around. Hanging around.
I've been waiting for one of those spots. That was a good one.
That's what Montgomery's been doing, just hanging around.
You're good, you're good, you're good. Pressure in that ball. That's what you got to do at this point.
Indeed. Johnson,
Yes.
coast to coast.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Curry now. Can he answer?
Nope.
No.
Robbed.
Nearly a travel, but no call. Poole goes underhanded, and Dotson is going to be fouled. Davino's fouled out of this one.
Yeah. And, you know, it's funny. It just started out, the first half didn't have a ton of fouls. It was just, this, I guess the same kids are getting them.
Dotson to the line. Knocks down the first one to bring it back to 8. And 2 for 2 from Dotson. Curry is going to pull from way downtown. No good. Dotson's got the rebound there, and he's fouled by Luke Smith.
Well, they put up a good fight tonight, man, regardless of the outcome.
Second foul on Smith. Everybody's in the double bonus for the final 50.1. Sapansky asleep at the wheel. And another steal. It'll be Dotson. Misses a dunk. And they'll throw up ahead. Levy is going to go to the baseline, and he'll miss a layup. So tit for tat, and a foul on Szymborski. So Johnson's going to go to the line for 2. Grundy's going to go to the bench for some seniors. James Moore, Pendris, and Kerry Wong set to go for the Cougs. Second one's good from Johnson, so 29 ticks to go. This one will end up looking a little more lopsided than it truly was.
Yeah. Hard-fought game, man. They did really well. Just wasn't the outcome we wanted.
Moore is going to go to the free throw line for 2 as he again got himself into the middle. They'll get Caleb Walker on the foul. Or no, I'm sorry, that'll be Jordan Poole. So Montgomery will return home. I guess we'll stay home. We're not returning anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll return to our own gym.
We got to come back here, you know.
Moore goes 0 for 2. And Township's probably going to dribble this one out. Who do we got Thursday, Pogue? I was so focused on tonight. Somerville on Thursday. Yep. Coming to the Den for what should be another really good game against the Pioneers. Burlington Township comes to Montgomery and will head home with an 11-point victory for a really talented, really athletic team.
Yeah.
Ryan Curry ends this one with 15 points, and leaves him 14 shy of 1,000, which certainly within striking distance on Thursday night. So that will be appointment viewing for all you Cougar fans out there.
Make sure you see it. You want to be able to say you saw it when.
Want to be able to say you saw history. Only 5 other guys ever to score 1,000 in Montgomery history. The previous has been a production of the MIRE. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, account of this game without the express consent of the MIRE is prohibited. An impressive performance from Burlington Township, and they go back to Burlington County with a 58-47 victory over Montgomery. For Lucas Sapansky, Nathan Peoples, Tim Bartholomew, and Matt Pogue, I'm Keith Glock. Thanks for watching.